Friends in Thailand and Laos. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Raj. I am the recruitment coordinator who manages Southeast Asia at Canberra Institute of Technology. We are TAFE in Canberra. I'm going to talk to you today about CIT and about Canberra, which is Australia's capital city. I have a lot to offer you guys. I have a lot to share with you guys. There are lots of interesting benefits and facts about CIT and benefits of studying in Canberra. We are Australia's capital, like I said. But before I do that, I just wanted to check in with you guys to see how you guys are doing. A couple of housekeeping things. You can just type in your response. If you have any questions, you can just type in. I'm more than happy to answer it during my presentation or afterwards, whatever you prefer. Like I said, I hope you guys are doing well. We are facing a big health and economic crisis because of the COVID-19 situation. I hope things get better. I'm happy to let you know that things are getting better in Canberra. In the past 5 or 6 days, I think we have just had one case, which is great. And the total number of cases are just about 100. So it's not too bad. The curve is flattening. Things are getting back to normal. I hope, things are same in Thailand and Laos as well. To my friends in Thailand and Laos, remember that we are in this together and we will get through this together. So I'll just wait a couple of more minutes for more people to join in. In the meantime, I want to just introduce myself. Apart from the thing that I already told you that I manage Southeast Asia at CIT, I was an international student myself. So I studied in Canberra. I did my bachelor's here and I now work for CIT. So I've been staying in Canberra for the past 5 years. I have great experience of the city, and as an international student from India, it was it was difficult for me to make the decision to come abroad and to choose choose Canberra. But I'm glad that I made this decision, and I'm probably one of the best ambassadors of the city. It's just because it's such a beautiful city to live in. I'm looking forward to share those things with you. For those who just joined in, you can just type in your questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. So without any further delay, I would like to start now. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. Okay, perfect. So let's get started. So Canberra Institute of Technology is an institution which is owned and operated by the ACT government. We are the largest training provider of vocational education in Canberra, in ACT. We have been here for over 90 years. When I say vocational education, it's more practical, it's more hands-on, there's more of the actual doing, then there's less of the theory and more of practical applications. We also offer English courses, which serve as a great foundation before going on to vocational courses at CIT. We are called TAFE in Canberra, and we are an award-winning institution. We have been winning the ACT Large Training Provider of the Year for 11 years in running. That tells you a lot about our institution, our institution's reputation. I want to let you know that the students, the industry in Canberra highly regards our students. They recruit students from CIT directly because they trust the quality of education at CIT. Our courses that we offer, we have a lot of them. I'm going to share all of them with you. The courses that we have are dictated by the industry, which is one of the benefits of studying in CIT. History of CIT, we have got a massive 90-year history. So we have been a trade school since 1928. We have been teaching international students since 1928. We have about 20,000 domestic students. So majority of our students are Australian students. 95% of students, I would say, are Australian students, and we have got about 800 plus international students. That tells you about the experience of CIT. We have been doing vocational education, we have been doing early course for quite a while. And rest assured, you would be studying with Australians in your classes. So it's really good for you. I'll show you a quick video of CIT. Okay, I hope you liked that video. It showed the amazing campuses that we have at CIT and amazing facilities that we have. We have modern state-of-art facilities, which was shown in the video. We have got really nice gyms, nice cafes that you saw in the video. So apart from that, the video highlighted a couple of reasons why you should choose CIT, and the ones that are not highlighted, I'm just going to talk about them. So CIT as an institution, the number one benefit of coming to CIT is that we have got massive 90-year history. We are a reputed provider. We are the largest vocational education provider in Canberra, and we have got lots of courses. The video showed you a couple of courses, but we have got 80 plus courses on offer. Courses starting at the Certificate 3 level, going on to the diploma and advanced diploma level. And we've got world-class facilities. We've got 5 campuses alone in Canberra. 5 campuses that students can access the facilities at. And the good thing about CIT is that we have industry placement as part of the program. Yes, and some of the industry placements are paid. Yes, you heard that right. So they're paid. For a course like commercial cookery, the commercial cookery course has 720 hours of paid industry placement. The minimum wage going on in Australia at the moment is $19 an hour. And with the 720 hours of paid industry placement, you're looking to earn probably somewhere around $14,000 while you study your course. Isn't that amazing? So you can earn while you're studying your Certificate 3, the Certificate 4, and Diploma of Hospitality Management, which is really amazing. Other courses that we have, like accounting or nursing, community services, all of them have industry placement in them. They may not necessarily be paid, but industry placements are very important in order to get work experience, in order to build connections in the industry, so that once you graduate, you can actually go and get people in the industry that will help you to get a job. So the benefit of an industry placement is that students are job ready. Once they graduate from CIT, they have the skills that is required by the employers. They have highly in-demand skills that employers are looking for, and they have because they're studying at a vocational education provider, they have applied their skills through the industry placement. So our graduates are job ready, and that's what employers in the industry dictates the courses that CIT offers. Our courses are according to the needs and requirements of the industry. We frequently update our courses based upon what industry requires. We as an institution are very multicultural. We have got students from 110 countries. You heard that right. 110 countries. The 800 students that we have, they come from everywhere in the world. Students from South America to Europe, to Southeast Asia, Thailand, Laos, everywhere. Students are just from everywhere. There's a lot of diversity. That's the good thing about studying. That's one of the good things, I would say. There are many good things about studying CIT, and that's one of them. Apart from that, what CIT offers is a great foundation if you want to go and get a degree, a bachelor's or a master's degree. What we offer are industry placement. So after you complete your diploma or advanced diploma, you can start at English if you like, and then go on to a diploma or an advanced diploma in any of the 80 plus areas that we have. And after finishing that, you can go on to do a bachelor's degree in Canberra or anywhere else. We have got formal pathways with leading Australian providers like Australian National University, which is the #1 university. There's pathways that we have with University of Canberra, which is a really good university as well. Apart from that, we have got pathways with ACU, the Australian Catholic University. So there are lots of options. And what's the benefit of pathways? What's the benefit of coming to CIT first and going there, going on further to do a bachelor? There are lots of benefits. But one that I would like to point out is that you get credit. You get credit towards your bachelor degree. For example, if you complete graphic design at CIT, the Advanced Diploma of Graphic Design is a 2-year course at CIT. And after you complete the Advanced Diploma of Graphic Design, you can go into a Bachelor of Design at University of Canberra and get 2 years credit towards your bachelor program. Similarly, other courses like accounting, we have got some great pathways. And keep in mind, by the time you start your bachelor's degree, you already have a qualification at the diploma level. So you already have an Australian qualification. You're more likely to get a job in the industry because you have a diploma level qualification which employers want. That's the minimum requirement that employers are looking for in any graduate. That's what they want. And so it's really great for you. Pathways are a really good option in case you're looking to go on to a bachelor degree. So overall, the point of choosing CIT, the benefit of choosing CIT is that we provide quality education. Education that you may not necessarily find at any other private or public provider, any other TAFE or any other private provider. In terms of our campuses, like I said, we have got 5 campuses in Canberra itself. The map on my screen shows you our 5 campuses. We have campuses in CIT Bruce, there's Reid, there's Fishwick, there's Tuggeranong, and there's Gungahlin. So you can clearly see that CIT has its footprints across Canberra. This is a map of Canberra, and CIT is just spread everywhere. International students, you guys, you would be studying in the Bruce or the Reid campus. Most of our courses are at the Reid campus. This includes the English classes. They are at the Reid campus, and Reid is the city center. This is Canberra, and this is the city center. You can see on my screen there's a Canberra city center, and the Reid campus is just 10 minutes walking distance away from the Canberra city center. We also have the Bruce campus, there's Tuggeranong, there's Fishwick, which we can't show you on this beautiful image of Canberra, but like we saw on this previous screen, we have got those campuses as well. And this is just an image of the Canberra city centre. You can see how beautiful the city is. I will talk more about Canberra later, and I'll share my experience. For those who may have just joined in, you can type in your questions. You can ask any questions that you may have. Going on. So the other important thing is accommodation, which is also quite crucial. So CIT has taken care of that as well. We offer on-campus accommodation and off-campus accommodations. The Bruce campus has on-campus accommodation and the Reed has off-campus. There's homestay, there's AIS residency. The one important thing about the campus accommodations that CIT provides is the price at which we provide. For $185 a week, you're getting a private single room, which is really affordable compared to other schools. Like I said, I was an international student. I have stayed in a number of them, and I paid about $230 to $40 every time I've stayed in a student accommodation. So this is probably the cheapest that you can get. And keep in mind, with the Reed, you're staying in the city center. For that price, in Sydney or Melbourne, the big city, they would charge you about $240 to $250. But in Canberra, you're only paying $185 a week, and you're getting a private single room. So there are lots of benefits of coming to Canberra. Canberra is Australia's capital city. It's a regional city, it's where the political action happens. It's called the Bush capital. And you can clearly see why Canberra is called the Bush capital. And I'll show you a quick video. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Moving on, the video showed you all the benefits of being in Canberra. Like I said, there are just too many benefits. But like I was an international student, and there were a couple of things I imagine that would be same for you guys as well when you decide on a study destination. There are a couple of crucial things. First is the institution itself that you're going to. I talked about the quality of CIT and the reputation of CIT. The other two crucial factors, they're very important in making the decision as to which destination you want to go. Is the availability of jobs, is how easy it is to get a job, and if you get a job, what's the pay like? Those are things that are really important, because after you graduate, you obviously would want to stay in a destination where there are jobs and where you can earn well, even while you're studying. That should be that is. Those two things are really important, apart from the quality of the institution. So let's talk about Canberra as a study destination. We have got the lowest unemployment rate in Australia. That says a lot by itself. We also, apart from the fact that we have the lowest unemployment rate in Australia, we also have got the highest weekly average earning in Australia. $1,811 is what you can earn if you're working full time. Keep in mind, on a student visa, your focus is your studies, and you can work 40 hours fortnightly. The average wage is about $19, I would say, and that's still 40 hours fortnightly. I'm telling you, that's more than enough. And after you graduate, that's what the average salary is looking like in Canberra. We have the lowest unemployment rate. It just shows you that it's easy to get a job in Canberra compared to any other city in Australia. Apart from those two crucial statistics, we are also the third cleanest capital city in the world, according to the World Health Organization. We are also ranked number 1 in terms of quality of life. Trust me, my personal experience is amazing in Canberra. I take the public transport to go to work. It takes about 15 minutes to get to work. I use the bus, and which is just amazing. The quality of life is so good. I come from Mumbai in India, which is a place which is very populated, it's very noisy, and the air quality is not as great. But once I came to Canberra, I was just surprised as how beautiful the city is. It's clean. The air quality is one of the best in the world, and it's just a peaceful city. It's not a big city like Sydney or Melbourne. It's very different from the big cities. Canberra is unique in its own ways. It's very easy to get around Canberra. It's a safe city for international students. That's one of the other things that are very important, is how safe a city is. Trust me, it's probably one of the safest cities. I have been staying in Canberra for 5 years, and I haven't come across any negative incidents that might have taken place. And it's also the nation's capital. So that's another reason for it to be so safe for international students. We have got embassies from over 80 plus countries. In case you have any problem, you can go to an embassy, apart from coming to CIT or the institution that you're studying at. So we are there to support you always. But apart from that, we have got embassies from almost all countries in the world. We are also a really modern and vibrant city. There is always something going on in Canberra. There are lots of activities going on. And the best part about coming to Canberra is that we also have got the fastest economic growth rate in Australia. So in case if you're deciding to come to Canberra, you can be assured that the city will continue to grow. We are also known as the most educated city in Australia. Isn't that great? We are basically a student city. We have got the big unis, and we have got CIT, which is the largest vocational education provider. And most of the students come here. It's a student city because most of the students come here, and like most of them are students, and they're highly educated. More than 50% of the students more than 50% of the people actually that are there in Canberra already have a degree at the bachelor level, which is just amazing. And we are also affordable compared to big cities like Sydney or Melbourne. So not only that we have the lowest unemployment rate, we have the highest weekly average earning. Apart from those two crucial things, we are also an affordable city. compared to major cities like Sydney and Melbourne. So what Canberra offers is unique opportunities that the big cities like Sydney and Melbourne can't offer. Only the capital of Australia can offer those things. The cost of living in Canberra. Let me tell you what a shared accommodation cost might look like. So if you're going for a shared accommodation, you can look at paying about $155 a week. Food and groceries would about $90 to $125 a week. Phone bills, you can look at it up. It's about $25 to $50 depending upon the provider you go with. Accommodation-wise, if you look at CIT's accommodation, which is a private single room, that's for $185 a week. And there's travel for we have put it as $20. That's because students, full-time students in Canberra, they get a 50% discount on their public transport. So you only pay half of what other non-students are paying. So, which is really good. And we have got one of the most modern transportation systems. We have got light rail, we have got the bus network, and it's very well connected throughout the city. And electricity gas-wise, you can look at paying up to $50 to $100 a month. So that gives you an idea. And in case you want to know anything more specific, just ask any question that you may have. So the other important thing is you may not know where Canberra is located. So Canberra is between, it's near Sydney. It's about 3 hours drive away from Sydney. And it's about 1 hour flight away from Melbourne. So I usually say that Canberra is different from the big cities. And in case if you're missing those big cities, what I do is on the weekend, I just drive to Sydney or I just take the flight to Melbourne. So I can go to Sydney. It's just a 3 hours drive. It's really convenient. I can enjoy it over the weekend and come back and do my studies in Canberra. If I want to go to the beach is just about 2 hours drive away. The ski resorts, if you want to go and have fun in the snow, that's 2 hours drive away as well. And also the district wine region, it's 30 minutes drive away. So overall, Canberra is very strategically located. And that's why it's Australia's capital city. Now that I've talked about Canberra as a study destination, I want to come back and focus on the courses that CIT has to offer. I hope you are enjoying till now, and I hope you find this session a bit. I hope you find the session useful. There are a lot of courses that CIT has. You can see the key course areas on my screen. There are multiple options that we have on offer. I want to focus on a couple of champion courses that CIT has. Our champion courses, we have about 8 champion courses. When I say champion courses, these are our top courses. These are the courses that most international students study at CIT. And that's where majority of our international students are. Accounting, cookery. Like I said, cookery is one of the amazing courses, one of the most amazing courses CIT has ever had. It has got a paid industry placement, which is amazing. There's early child education and care. The course Early Child Education and Care has 4 intakes throughout the year, which is another amazing thing. There's nursing, there's graphic design. Graphic design offers great pathways. There's IT, both. We have got 2 streams of IT. And IT is an occupation. IT professions are much needed in Australia. We have got a software development stream. We have got a networking stream. And there's building and construction. Apart from that, there's community services. So these are our champion courses. In case you're curious, you want to know what are our popular courses. So these are our popular courses. Now let's look at something that's very important. Like I earlier said, is what can you expect to earn? And what is the demand for these occupations in Australia? So the data that I have on my screen, employment outlook data, it's from the Australian government. It's not a CIT data. It shows you that the title, it shows you what you can become after completing one of the champion courses at CIT. For example, let's talk about the occupation of chef. So after you complete the certificate 3 and certificate 4 in commercial cookery, going on to the diploma of of hospitality management. So after you complete the 2 years program of the diploma, you become a chef. That's what you can become. In 2018, according to the government, there were about 100,800 jobs. In the next 3 years, there are going to be 16,200 jobs that are going to open up. 16,200 jobs, new jobs that are going to open up. And the average earning per week 5 years back was $1,050. That's a lot of money. And it just gives you an idea as to what you can expect to earn. Another occupation, IT, say software and application programmers, they're highly in demand in Australia. Construction managers, they're again one of the most highly in demand occupations in Australia. And remember, Australia needs skilled workers. They need skilled people to fill gaps in their own economy. And skilled these occupations are highly in demand. These are occupations where the Australian employers are looking to get people in. And so you can be assured that in the future, these occupations, they are just a few of them. There are the other occupations as well, but these couple of them are based on our champion courses, and they provide lots of opportunities, and according to the data, it's expected to grow further. So these are really good for any student who wants to study. Going on, what CIT also offers is LE course. So why choose a CIT English course? There are a number of reasons. Firstly, English can be packaged with a diploma level course. It is a further pathway. It's a pathway to further study at CIT or university, wherever you want to go after studying. So it's a great foundation. It's useful for students to build their vocabulary, to improve their English. Coming to Australia, personally, it was a bit difficult for me to understand the Australian accent in the beginning, but you may experience the same as well in the beginning. So in case if you're looking to develop your foundation skills before going on to the diploma, advanced diploma, so that's another option that CIT has. We offer courses that start every 5 weeks. So yeah, throughout the year we have got courses. We also have classes in the city center, and there's no application or material fee. Everything is included as part of the tuition fees. Isn't that great? We also put you in classes which are smaller in size. You learn with teachers who are very well experienced, and there are intensive classes. The classes which start at the timetable looks something like you start at 8:30 in the morning, study until 2 o'clock. There are 2 breaks. You get a morning tea break and there's a lunch break, and you do that Monday to Friday. Talking to you guys about our English programs. At CIT, we offer English courses that start every 5 weeks, and they are a great foundation for further study at CIT. So you can study English and then go on to a diploma or an advanced diploma course, or you can even go on to the university if you want. So it's a great option for students. For example, myself, I was struggling when I came to Australia with the Australian accent. It took me about 6 months to getting used to what people are actually trying to say. It's not that difficult, but some of the things you may not understand in the beginning. You just have to talk to people more to get used to it, and that's why English courses are really beneficial. You build your foundation. You are put in classes which are really intensive. Classes start at 8 o'clock or 8:30 in the morning. They go on to like 2:30. There are 2 breaks in between. It's a morning tea break. There's a lunch break, and you study Monday to Friday. There's no application or material fee, which is really good. And the other thing is that you're studying in the city center. So after completing the English course at CIT, you can go on to a mainstream course like a diploma or advanced diploma and you don't have to provide an IELTS or an a PTE test. After the successful completion of an English level meets our entry requirements for a vocational education course like cookery, childcare, any of the 80 plus courses. You just have to complete a level of English before you can meet the entry requirement for the main course. I hope the message is clear. If not, just message us and we will clarify that for you again. CIT, what we have is that if you package a CIT mainstream course with English, you pay a reduced tuition fee. You're paying $300 a week. You're getting an $80 discount on the tuition fee. On my screen, you can see the English levels. So our English courses start at the elementary level. They start at IELTS 3.5 and they go on to IELTS 6.5. Starting from the elementary, going on to the academic. Our courses, each level, like the elementary level or the pre-intermediate, each one of them is for 10 weeks in duration. English only, if you want to study English only, it's $380 per week. There's no application or material fee. Everything is included in the tuition fee. If you package that, if you do English plus a mainstream course like cookery, childcare, business, accounting, any of those courses, you pay $300 per week. So you're getting an $80 per week discount. So that's about $800 in savings for a 10-week course, which is really good for you. So that's a great option in case you're considering to study an English course before going on to a mainstream course, or you may choose just to improve your English first and then go on to the mainstream course. Apart from that, I have talked about CIT and our courses, Canberra as a destination. Now, there's something very important as well, which is student support. Coming to a new country, coming to a new destination, it's going to be challenging. That's why CIT has put in place the support that you need. We have got international student orientations every semester, every intake. For every English intake, for every mainstream vocational education course intake, we have got orientations. What I mean by orientation is that we help you understand how things work at CIT. We tell you about Canberra as a study destination. We tell you about the support networks that are there in CIT and introduce you to your teachers. Which is a great first day of school. You get to know people, you make friends on the first day. So we do that every semester, every intake. Apart from that, in case if you're having any issues, we have got dedicated international student advisors. So we have got 2 advisors that are there on both our campuses, the Reed campus and the Bruce campus. The advisors, Jackie and Charlie, they're there to help you. They're there to only help international students. So any issues you have, you go and you can talk to them. We offered accommodation assistance as well. Apart from that, in case you're struggling with any issues, whether it is academic, personal, or professional, or career-wise, you can come and contact CIT about it. We have counseling services. We have a student association called CITSA, Canberra CIT Student Association. It's a student association that will help you get jobs. It will provide you details of which employers are looking for jobs. They have a dedicated job portal as well on their website, which is great. They also help with accommodations and any other issues. If you want to practice your English, they organize activities for you to mingle with other people, to practice your English and to improve your English. There's CIT drop-in learning support as well. And the best part about CIT is that we have got in terms of support networks, we have got PCO, pastoral care officers for each course. So there's a dedicated person, it could be a head of department, it could be care officers. We have PCOs for each course, and they are there to help you with any issues that you're having with your studies. In case you're not understanding anything, or you want extra classes, or any other issues that you're having, you can just go to them. They're there to help you. Everyone at CIT is there to help you. Trust me, the people in CIT, all the teachers are really friendly. And people in general in Australia are really nice people. They're probably one of the friendliest people that I've ever come across. And they would ask you how you're doing, even if you don't know them. Like, you're walking on the street, people will come and ask you. They will greet you, which is really nice. It was a bit cultural shock for me and for everyone probably from Southeast Asia. But that's really nice. It just shows you that that they want to know you. They want to see how you're going. And that's Australian culture. People are really relaxed, chilled out, and very friendly, which is great. So moving on, in terms of the entry requirements, CIT doesn't have a lot of entry requirements. We are a level 2 provider, and we want to get you to Australia as soon as possible. In terms of the entry requirement, the basic entry requirement is that you need to complete Australian Year 12 or equivalent. So Year 12 in your own country, that would be equivalent to the Australian one. The second one is that you need to be over 18. The third one is that you need to have an English of 5.5 IELTS for any mainstream course, like mainstream vocational course, any of the 80 plus courses that we have. Or you need to have an equivalent. It could be a CIT placement test that you may be eligible for. So do check with us. Apart from that, the other most crucial aspect of an application process is the statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is very important. The statement of purpose is what is heavily assessed by CIT. In a statement of purpose, it's basically, obviously it's a statement, but it's a statement by you talking about why you have chosen to come to Australia, why Canberra, why CIT, and a number of other questions. We have a great statement of purpose, GTE, Genuine Temporary Entrant Guide. The purpose of a student visa is to be a temporary entrant. Always keep that in mind. Statement of purpose is what we use to assess whether you meet the genuine temporary entrant criteria. So it's not very complicated. We are there to help you. Just get in touch with us. We will give you the statement of purpose guide, and it will help you to write that. So again, there are not too many requirements. We want you to come to Australia as soon as possible. We don't have massive requirements like any university would have. We have really low entry requirements, which is great. And in terms of intakes, so we offer 4 intakes throughout the year. There's intake in February, in which all the CIT courses are offered. This intake in the next intake after February. February is our biggest intake. That's where we have a large number of students, because most of the 80 plus courses, all of the 80 plus courses are on offer. After February, there's April intake. There are 4 courses that are on offer. There's July intake after that, in which all courses except art, design, and multimedia are offered. And October, again, 4 courses. So 4 intakes throughout the year there are plenty of opportunities to come and study at CIT. Apart from that, English courses, like I said, English courses, LE-course courses can serve a great foundation. So English courses are run throughout the year. Every 5 weeks, there's an English intake. So English courses can be a great way to start your CIT studies and then go on to a mainstream course in any of the 4 intakes that we have. So there are lots of options. And there are lots of benefits of studying at CIT and studying in Canberra. I hope you I hope that this session was useful for you, and I have touched upon all the things that you may be interested in knowing. In case if you have any questions or you want to know anything in specific, feel free to get in touch with us. Remember, we are there to help you with any question that you have. And so, yeah, just feel free to contact us. Yeah, I hope things get better. I hope to see you in Canberra anytime soon in the future. So stay tuned for further updates about CIT or anything else in general. And I hope things get better for everyone. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a good evening. See ya.